Welcome everybody to the first race of the NRUK Cup Series for season number 4. And here we are then at the wonderful Daytona International Speedway for the round 1 of the championship here at Daytona. It's the Daytona 500 here, presented to you by Fox Sports on FS1 here. 30 laps for these drivers, these 41 guys to tackle this incredible racetrack, and what better way to start off our season. Nathan Stapleton claimed the AS the Pole Award yesterday with a superb 46-second or so lap time, and he grabs the pole for Chip Ganassi Racing on this first event of the season. To his outside is our reigning champion Alexander Rowe, and behind Stapleton is season 1 champion Keith Stevens, looking to get back on top in the NRUK, and his teammate Joe Rutkowski, Mathis Wells, rounded out the top 5. Back there in row 4, Mitchell Collins with a superb run for Front Row Motorsport to all their cars, performing well in qualifying, along with his teammates Kyle Hunter, who starts in 13th, and also Diego Yepes, who starts in 18th. What a great day it was for them. Bucket load of storylines coming into this event, and a lot of drivers want to take home what is going to be such a big win, and what could be such a crucial win on its early stage of the season. Stapleton and Rowe are on the front row. Back in the field, poor days for Eli Bright and William Seaman. They start well down the order in 26th and 27th. They've got work to do. Luckily, at Daytona, the shuffle works here quite a bit, and there's definitely potential to see an upset winner today as the cars roll off of pit lane for the first time this season. You see your starting lineup roll across your screen right now, as we see the 41 drivers and where they are starting for today's event. And there we go then, that's where everyone starts for today's race. See now coming across your screen the Exalta track facts. So the race distance today, 30 laps around Daytona International Speedway. Last year's winner was Andrew Bean. When will the big one strike? We know it's a game changer at this sort of raceway. And when will it strike? Mathis Wells has 2 wins at this track. He starts in P5 today. He's the all-time leading winner in the NRUK. Can he find another win today? And when do you time it right? Those are the big questions asked today in our Exalta track stats. As a round 3 and 4 then, for the penultimate time, or the final time, before we get this season underway. Nathan Stapleton grabs the pole, but there's a long way ahead for him in this race, a long way to go. Are we going to see an upset winner? Are we going to see a new name on the NRUK wins list? This is what we've all been waiting for. Season 4 of the NRUK Cup Series is ready to get underway. Down to the start finish line. Green flag is in the air. We're racing for Season 4. Down into turns 3 and 4 for the first time then. Stapleton up high. Here comes his teammate Joe Rutkowski, charging on the inside lane. But Riley Spurleytube in the 19. He's got help from Nonigan Scott and Luke Rainey as they're 3 wide to the stripe here on lap number 1. To the line then. Leading the first lap of this race is going to be very, very close. But Stapleton, the pole sitter, leads lap number 1 as Rutkowski forced up to the middle. It's Spurleytube on the inside lane in that Joe Gibbs Toyota Camry. He's got a push from Lonergan Scott, still desperately searching for a first NRUK win. Can he do it today in the biggest race of them all? Again, all the cars hurtle down the backstretch. 3 wide already. Spurlitube now looking to cross maybe into the middle lane. But Lonergan is doing a nice job right now with the push from that Richard Childers Chevrolet Camaro of Luke Rainey. Of course, Lonergan last season was racing for Joe Gibbs. He couldn't find a win there. He decided to switch to Captain Roger Penske's team in the 12. Is that where he's going to find his best success? And he will lead that lap. Pressure as well from Luke Rainey. But also Kyle Hunter. We mentioned how well those front row motorsport cars did in qualifying. Are they going to be a potential upset winner for today? We've seen it happen before at these sort of racetracks. Kyle Hunter, definitely an option for the upset win today. But mind you, don't mind that, because here comes his brother, Evan Hunter, on the inside lane in the 11. A few guys there at the front. They have seen career wins before in the NRUK. Just trying to add another one to the list today as Hunter goes to the high side. Here comes Max Rossi in the 41 as we complete lap number 4. Still a long way to go yet. Look at Pez throwing it. A big bold move 4 wide of his teammate. That ain't going to work. I think Kyle's going to back out there, and sensibly he does. Lets Pez back in line. And thankfully for him, he keeps it straight for the time being. And meanwhile, on the inside, there goes Luke Evans to lead, an NRUK rookie. It's his first ever season competing in the league, and here he is at the front with a push from fellow rookie Alex Fletcher and veteran William Bulin. Luke Evans leads this lap. Again, the underdog factor is huge. You know, this is a place for those lower teams to shine, to really pick up a good finish and help boost the funds for their team for the upcoming season. Luke Evans tried to stay out front. It didn't last long though. And instead, William Bulin darted inside. He might move up to the middle. That can allow William Seaman in the 10 to potentially get a run hit. And look at all of them dicing, changing lanes. One of them that was changing lanes there, Derek Hamill, and he now has that advantage of the inside, pushed by Alex Reynolds, Cody Smart. So, again, talking about those smaller teams going to the front, here they are. Look, you know, on that inside line, see a whole host of smaller cars. You know, this really is such a fantastic opportunity for them to stay out of trouble and find a good finish for this race. Hamill only led for a brief moment. It was Alex Reynolds who took over from him, and Cody Smart also in the 43. That famous 43. I've seen it go to victory lane many times before in NASCAR. Fell flat on its face the last couple of years, but you know, it's back up towards the front. What can Cody Smart do for them and that team? Samet Ozcan getting the push from Dylan Ebrahimian on the inside with Brandon Grenier. Felix Janssen, who started in dead last position, has found himself on the inside. As he passes the tri-oval again, it's Alex Reynolds who continues to lead. As the pack gets dicey. No bold moves currently happening just yet. On lap number 7, Samet Ozcan is out in front at the moment. And, you know, he's looking to get redemption. He was a championship contender last year. He had to fall to the back of the field in the 66. He's now trying to show them that, you know, they were wrong to think of him as a low field driver. You know, he's better than that. He can do better than this. And today he's been running up front. He has not lasted long though, of course, as he falls back on the high side, as they so traditionally do here at Daytona. Ebrahimian will now lead. Brandon Grenier is on the inside. And again, they're getting a bit dicey there for second. William Seaman thought about going forward. Thinks better of it, though. You know, sensible driving there for the moment, at least. And just look how tightly all these guys are bunched up here. You know, there's not an inch for error. And one error could cost not yourself the race, but also many others in the field. Talking about a guy who had a poor qualifying, Eli Bright in the 88 has worked himself up from 26th. He's found his way to the inside lane. He's up towards the front here on lap number 8. So, good job done from him. He's pushing Riley Snare and has a push from Roman Fenway. Janssen leads the lap. Doing a nice job is Felix. Again, another debutant in NRUK this year. We're going to see many of them. Look at him going from top to bottom. Felix Janssen. How about this from the driver of the 96, doing a nice job out front, but it's not going to last, and Riley Snare's getting the push to the front for Spire Motorsports. Again, they're, you know, staying quite reserved, still staying 3 wide for now, and that's Eli Bright with a push. Look at that huge shove from Roman Fenway, who leads out in front. We're going to cut to a commercial break here on lap number 9. Eli Bright is your leader, Fenway second, and Friesen running third. We'll see you shortly.
Gatlin Downey in the 37, bringing us to the green.
Can Mr. Konsky A1?
And a win, and Ben Crouch is going to take the win here at Pocono.
Side by side, it's going to be a walk away.
Huge push on the outside, 19. Heading down to the stripe, it's going to be Mike Fink Jr., number 38, winning.
Moves him up. Here comes Jesse Orski to the inside.
Welcome back then to the Daytona International Speedway. Here we are then on lap number 12 of the Daytona 500 for Season 4. Nothing has changed since you have left us. Eli Bright and Roman Fenway got kind of hooked up in a 2-car tandem, and they have led every lap since we went on our commercial break. So Eli has done a good job, but here comes Father Jeff to the inside. Hendrick teammate and his own father taking the lead away from him there as they're getting dicey in the pack behind them. Felix Janssen kind of bobbling about there. Here comes Mitchell Collins, 2 champions on the inside. Keith Stevens and Alexander Rowe, the only 2 champions competing in this year's series after Tyler Bradley announced his retirement after Season 3. But look at them all in the pack, getting dicey. The middle lane now kind of has disembarked a little bit. There's not as many cars running that middle lane. It's not where the place you want to be right now. And drivers like Tim Gary and Felix Janssen are going to struggle in there unless they can find, you know, a way to get up to the high side or a way to move down to the bottom. But Jeff Bright leads out in front. Here comes Keith Stevens in the 2 with getting that push from Alexander O'Reilly Spurley-Tube, who was there in the opening couple of laps. He's back up towards the front. Keegan Thompson and Jake Richardson, a few names that we haven't heard today, but Eli Bright's doing a nice job of holding its own on the outside, and Jeff there trying to throw a block on Keith Stevens, but Stevens was having none of it. The 2-car just pushed his way through and pushed himself to the front. Stevens won the Daytona 500 in Season 1. That same year went on to win the title. Certainly one of the most respected guys in the NRUK garage. He's done had a great career so far, and he's going to try and claim a 2nd title this season with Team Penske. But approaching the halfway stage of this race, it's been a typical Daytona race, minus that big wreck that we've been talking about. Is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? That's the question that everyone wants to know right now, and who can, you know, put themselves in the best position track-wise to gain the victory. Stevens leads out in front, and the rest of the kind of guys are starting to form up again and starting to you know, form into a 3-wide pack again. That middle lane has continued to get more numbers in it, but it's only again a few rows deep, and then it goes back to just double file. I tell you one guy who's not gone away on the outside lane is Eli Bright. He is smashing it right now for Hendrick. You know, he's held his own on the outside, and now we've got trouble. Keegan Thompson 4 wide to the inside of Spurley-Tube, Stevens and Fenway. Is Stevens going to help out again here? It could be sensible driving from the 2. Are they going to sort it out? It's very close indeed. Still not there. Still not clear, but I think they're going to just about get it done here. That was a very scary moment. Spurley Tube's still not clear of the two of Keith Stevens just yet, but I think they're going to get it sorted out. And again, it could have created a very, very scary moment there for our NRUK Cup Series drivers. I could have seen, a huge wreck occur there. Instead, during that time, we've seen Jake Richardson gain the lead, but look at this. On the inside, William Duncan, Diego Yepes. And also, Nolan Scott, Luke Rainey as well, to mention a few others. Duncan leads that lap as they go 3 wide again. Racing has definitely picked up here in terms of how aggressive some of these drivers are being. Lap 17 of 30, just a few more laps to go for these guys, and Yepes is the one getting the push out front from Nolan Scott right now. How about Luke Rainey and Cody Smart on the inside? DeLello, Evan Hunter. But again, track position might be the best, not track position, but where you place yourself could be the key to the win here. Because we've come close to wrecks, but not really, if you know what I mean. We've had a few 4 wide moments, but no close calls at all. And because of that, you've got to probably time it right here. If a wreck does come out, do you want to be out front and miss it and have good track position for the restart? That's one thing you've got to, take into consideration as Rainey moves up to the inside lane and Cody Smart's turn to lead out front with the help from DeLello and Hunter. Again, the outside might be seen as a weakness, but Eli Bright held his own earlier in the race. We need to see if some driver can potentially do that again. And oh, buckling the wall there. Yepes in the wall. There they go. Keegan Thompson up into the catch fence. Johnson and Thompson, both of them have wrecked, and we are under caution. We knew it would happen. Some drivers caught the wall. Roman Fenway's got damage on the 17. Charles Bois, Eli Bright and Jeff Bright caught up in it for Hendrick. And a wreck on lap 20. It was Matt Johnson that went around. Keegan Thompson was in the catch fence in the 48. That's 3 of the Hendrick Motorsports cars all torn up. Look at the damage on the Ally 48. Up into the catch fence went Thompson. And it looked like the 38 of Diego Yepes there had caught the wall. And that certainly saw him shit at the racetrack. Zachary DeLello is our leader. Incredibly, in the 47. So he'll lead us back to the caution here, and as the rest of the damaged cars make their way around, we'll go see how his first wreck of the day has happened. And here we are then, from the helicopter view here in the Daytona International Speedway. You see a lot of drivers here just caught the wall. They obviously got some sort of airtight there, and they all caught the wall. They bounce off down into the middle, and you see Jeff Bright and Matt Johnson were already 4 wide, and they come together. The 9 collects the 88, and look at Keegan Thompson riding the wall here at Daytona. And I don't think anyone else made contact with him, but a few guys there just sneaking through. Jensen Edwards, Joe Rutkowski. But Thompson caught up in this one. We'll go see what happened with Eli Bright too. Again, Eli Bright here was just kind of a sitting duck. He couldn't do much about this wreck here. You see, he did catch the wall as well, along with multiple other drivers, but he managed to stay out of it. And here we see the 9 just in the 6 pinched together, up into the 88. The 88 gets hit by Roman Fenway. Look at Jensen Edwards. What a superb job he did in the 95. A little clip there, I believe, from Rutkowski, but he stayed out of it. Charbois, Baylor, and Reed also, had minimal damage. Charbois with just a little love tap on the 88 there. See the onboard there with Jensen Edwards, and what a great job he did in avoiding that wreck. Great job from the 95 right there. aboard them with our Monster Energy roof cam there on the board of the one car of Joe Rutkowski. First caution of the day then is out on lap number 18. And we'll join you for the restart very shortly. Zachary DeLello is your leader right now. Here we are then, coming back to restart on lap number 23. It will be 8 to go when we take the green flag here for this first restart of the day. And how about JTG Doggety Racing, Zachary DeLello leading out in front right now. Want to win, it would be for their team. Behind them, Evan Hunter looking to pounce and looking to take victory. Cody Smart started all the way down in 35th. Look at him running third now. DeLello's teammate William Duncan, does he have a shot? Luke Rainey running out the top 5. Mathis Wells looking for career win number 3 here in the NRUK. Can he get it done? He's got Rossi behind him, his teammate Spurley Tube. Two very similar looking cars of Scott and Fletcher rounding out the top 10. There's still potential from guys outside that top 10 to get back in it and back towards the front then. Pace car will be down pit lane this time by. And here we go then, getting restarted for the first time today. A quick dash to the finish for the NRUK Season 4 Daytona 500. Or will we see another wreck? Or to bring out an even later race restart. DeLello leads, Hunter in second. Taking down to the line, green flag, back out in the air, we're back racing. Again, that was a decent start from 47 of DeLello, and Hunter got away with 2, but Smart spun the tyres. William Duncan went up high. All those two Chevrolets going to try and help each other here, as the 47 and the 11 have got clear. But is that good for them? Because, you know, the guys behind them, they might get a huge run exiting the turn there as we get restarted. The whole field begins to fan out down the backstretch for the first time. Evan Hunter in the 11 to the inside lane and to the lead for Joe Gibbs Racing. On the inside, Luke Rainey has the push from Max Rossi in the 41. And they're going to have a huge run exiting the turn here, this time by. Everyone else still trying to jostle and get into some sort of pack formation. Hunter will lead the first lap back. Rainey and Rossi are there. Nonigan Scott is there as well. Just a few names of drivers here who are up towards the front. William Bullen and Alexander Rowe trying to join this pack out the back. But as for right now, it's Luke Rainey who is out front in the 8. Has he timed it too early? Probably is the answer to that question. Rainey leads, but a big, bold 3-wide move to the middle for Max Rossi. Nonigan Scott trying to work the middle with William Seaman. How about Luke Evans, the rookie on the inside? Look at the push he's getting from Keith Stevens. The 2 car giving an almighty push here. Colton Yo, Jake Richardson, the 2 front row motorsports cars on the inside there. Don't rule them out either. Look at them all dicing for position here as Rossi leads that lap. Getting down to the closing stages of the Season 4 Daytona 500. And it's Luke Evans who is currently out in front for Jermaine Racing and the 13 team. But don't rule out any of these guys yet. Keith Stevens and Colton Yo, they're previous Daytona 500 winners. They know how to get it done before. Stevens to the lead. Does Yo look to take the inside lane? All Mustangs on the inside as Jake Richardson is also there. Keith Stevens towards the front. Colton Yo though is pushing hard. Looking for a win in his return to the NRUK. We now have 5 to go. If the caution comes out, first driver to make it back in the lead will win this race. Stevens held the lead for a while, but here comes his teammate, Jake Richardson, with a late race charge. Again, the question is, has he gone too early? As William Bullen and Kyle Hunter are the ones on the inside lane. As of right now, Hunter's got a push from teammate Mitchell Collins, Alexander Rowe, to name a few, in a good position right now. Bullen leads with 4 to go in the 500. How about Brandon Grenier on the inside for Rick Ware Racing? One of the smallest teams in the sport. And Grenier can have a great shot in the 52 on the inside lane. But as of right now, it's another upset winner at the front. It's Kyle Hunter and Mitchell Collins. Front row motorsports teammates working together. But Collins now ditches the 34. He wants the Daytona 500 glory all to himself here. Collins has the push and your reigning champ Alexander O. What can Brandon Grenier do, the ultimate underdog in this situation? Collins up to the middle lane. Alexander O to the inside. Free to go. Which driver is going to time it right and claim the NRUK Daytona 500? Rowe is blocking from middle to bottom. Brandon Grenier in the 52. What a run. What an absolute fantastic run from him. The Winn-Dixie sponsored Chevrolet Camaro is there. But Tim Gary is hungry for more success. Fletcher and Hamill to name a few others. Rutkowski giving a big push too. Which driver has the best positioning? As of right now, Tim Gary's gone to the lead here. And he has got good push and good help from Alex Fletcher. Are the Wood brothers going to win again in Daytona? 2 to go. This is the finish of the first race of the season. Derek Hamill is there. Joe Rutkowski, Nolligan Scott looking for win number 1. Here he is. They're all 3 wide and jostling for the pack behind them. But Derek Hamill is going to lead them to the white flag in the 32 for Go Fast Racing. Rutkowski to the inside with a push from Nolligan Scott. 2 Stuart Haas Racing teammates in Johan Rossi are also on the inside. Here we go. This is the finish of the Daytona 500. Rutkowski leads them down to the white flag. What can Nolligan Scott or Colton Yo do? Rutkowski to the high side. Here goes Nolligan Scott. But does he move up to the middle? Does that allow Colton Yo to come through on the inside lane? Max Rossi. Don't rule him out yet if these two have a scuffle in front of them. Scott up to the middle lane. Here comes Colton Yo. Looking for his second NRUK Daytona 500. A push from teammate Max Rossi. 3 wide into 3 and 4 for the final time. Rutkowski on the outside. Nolligan in the middle, but it's Colton Yo with the advantage on the inside lane and being pushed towards the front. He's back, and he's back with a vengeance. Colton Yo to the high side is going to win the NRUK Daytona 500 for the 2nd time in his NRUK career. Colton Yo is going to victory lane at Daytona and in the Daytona 500. Colton has done it with a fantastic push from teammate Max Rossi at the end. That definitely helped him. He's going to have to give a lot of credit there to Max Rossi. What a race to open up the season. And how about that from Colton Yo in the 14. What a great momentum builder as the finishing results come across your screen right now. A great day for a lot of drivers. Alex Reynolds picking up a top 5 for Starcom. Rick Ware Racing car in the top 10. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for watching round 1 of the NRUK Cup Series. It's been a lot of fun and there's 23 more races to come this season. This is only the beginning. Thank you all so much for watching. Let's go take a look at the point standings. Oh, thank fucking finally. A wreck. Ooh, that's damage money.